Hi, this is Eric Olson from Helps. I got a client on the line who called me a few minutes ago, and I decided to join him on this video. I want to talk about a scam that's been around for quite a while. I got a message. He called the office and said, client is receiving calls from AT&T nonstop. And his client also said this has been paid off 3 times to be exact. Client is very overwhelmed with this situation and requested a call back. And it was sent to our law clerks and some intake people. But when I saw this, I said, I'm going to call this guy back. So I picked up the phone and I got through to you, Chris, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And the first thing I asked you was what?
What the guy said to me.
Actually,
and
no, didn't I think I asked you for the phone number, right?
Correct. Yes. Yes, sir.
Because I suspected right away that this could have been what's called a debt collection scam call. And so what I did was I typed in the number, okay, and on a Google search and typed enter. And automatically, when you do that with a number, websites will pop up and tell you about the number, who it is, and where it belongs to. And there was 3 of them popped up right away that indicated that this was a call used by a debt collector scammers. Okay, and I didn't read all the notes, but I put those in an email and sent them to Chris. So Chris, tell me, what did this guy do when he called you today? What did he say?
Well, first thing he said was, this is an effort to collect a debt that you owe and have owed for some time. And then he mentioned AT&T, and he had an amount. It was over $100. And I said, no, sir, I have paid that. In fact, I paid it more than once because I was not aware that how this works. My wife had just passed away. And at that point, he got extremely rude and hostile.
Yeah. So,
and
first off, did he say he was calling from a collection agency, or did he say he was calling from AT&T?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He claimed it was a collection agency.
Okay. Well, they do that to appear like they're legitimate. Like when he says, "Well, this is a call from a debt collection agency," or whatever. And so they do that to make an appearance. But when he was rude to you, and I think you said he called you a liar for whatever reason, a legitimate debt collector normally wouldn't use that kind of language.
Right.
But I guess the message to our viewers is, if you get an aggressive debt collector that calls you, it could likely be a scam debt collector. Okay, that's trying to intimidate someone to play. Now, Chris knows better because your income is Social Security. They couldn't do anything anyway, but it was kind of irritating to be called. Okay, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So thanks for sharing that with us. I'm gonna hang up on you, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this with the YouTube audience. Okay, Chris?
Okay. Your name is, sir, your first name?
This is Eric Olson, Director of Helps.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm the boss. Okay?
Well, thank you very much for what you folks do, and I sincerely hope this helps people.
Yep, you bet. Thanks, Chris. See ya. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
God bless. Bye. So anyway, yeah, this is a pretty common scam. You can see how they try to intimidate people, and they do this all day long. One call after another. Now, all they have to do is get 1 or 2 people to pay. They'll give them a way to pay it. Boom, they make $200 or $300 a day doing this, or more. Then part of the problem is if they scam you this way, then you go on a list where other scammers might try to scam you. So yeah, there's a whole industry on this, and debt collector scam is one of those. So be aware of it. Remember, if your income is Social Security, pension, disability, VA benefits, it's protected. You don't need to use it to pay debt you can't afford to pay. What helps protect seniors from debt collector harassment. Now, if it looked like this was a legitimate collector, then I would get the name, and we'd send a cease and desist letter to them so they leave this guy alone. But once I typed that number in there, I knew immediately that it was not a legitimate collector. So it would be a waste of time for us to send. We'd never get an address anyway. Okay, hope this helps. You guys have a great day.